Hey everyone, welcome back. The book we're going to be unpacking today, well, a listener actually recommended this one, and I gotta say I'm pretty stoked to dig into this. It's called The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel.
Oh, fantastic choice. I think you'll really enjoy this one.
Yeah, what really caught my eye was this isn't your typical Wall Street kind of finance book. This one seems to be more about the psychology of money, right? Less about the numbers, more about our headspace around money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all about those often hidden factors influencing our financial decisions. The behavioral biases, our emotional relationship with money,
Right.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what really resonated with me from the review that the listener sent in. They mentioned how the book delves into the difference between getting wealthy versus staying wealthy. Almost like those are two totally different skill sets. What do you think about that?
It's huge because it is different. It's like, imagine training for a sprint versus running a marathon. They both involve running, right? But the strategies, the mindset, the discipline needed, totally different ballgame.
Whoa, okay, I like that analogy. So someone listening who's super gung-ho about, I don't know, launching a tech startup,
Yeah.
this book could help them prepare for the mental shift if they actually hit it big.
Exactly. And not even just entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Anyone, really.
Yeah.
Because it's about understanding the why behind our money habits, not just the what.
That's kind of exciting, actually. We're about to, uncover some hidden superpowers here or something.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
Because knowledge is power, right?
Yeah.
And the more we understand these hidden forces that shape our financial lives, the more control we can actually have.
Okay, I'm all in. Now, there was this one quote from the review that really stuck with me. They mentioned how the book describes wealth as, and I'm quoting here, what you don't see, which I thought was just brilliant. Can you unpack that a bit for us?
Absolutely. That quote perfectly captures one of the core themes of the book, which is about understanding the power of delayed gratification. It's not about the fancy car or the designer handbag you could buy today.
Yeah.
It's about being able to resist those impulses and instead, invest in your future security and freedom.
It's like resisting that urge to splurge now so you can actually thrive later. I'm in. Let's dive deeper.
Let's do it. So, one story that really exemplifies this idea of wealth is what you don't see. There was this guy, Ronald Reed. He was, get this, a gas station attendant and a janitor. And let me tell you, this guy lived a pretty unassuming life.
Okay, but if we're talking about him, he obviously did something right, financially speaking, right?
Oh, yeah. When he passed away at age 92, he had amassed a fortune of, are you ready for this, over $8 million.
$8 million? Hold on. Did he win the lottery or something, inherit a bunch of money?
Nope, not at all. No lottery win, no big inheritance. This was pure, slow, and steady wealth building. Decades of disciplined saving and investing, that's his secret sauce.
Wow, okay, so it's proving that whole tortoise and the hare thing really can apply to money.
100%. It's not always about hitting it big overnight. Sometimes it's about those small, consistent actions over time that really add up.
That's actually kind of inspiring, especially for anyone listening who might feel like, oh, you need some huge salary or some brilliant stock market move to become wealthy. This Ronald Reed guy, he's proving that theory wrong.
Right. And, this ties into another important aspect of the psychology of money that Housel digs into.
Yeah.
How much our environment shapes our relationship with money. It's that whole keeping up with the Joneses mentality.
Oh, tell me about it. Social media is the worst for that. Everyone's always posting about their fancy vacations and new cars. It's easy to get caught up in that comparison game, even if it means going into debt to keep up.
That's exactly what we're talking about. And it's not about judging anyone's choices, but rather recognizing how these external pressures can subconsciously influence us.
It's we think we're making our own decisions, but really, it's society's whispering in our ear, telling us what we should be buying, how we should be spending.
Yes. And that's why becoming aware of this, understanding the psychology behind it, is so powerful. Because then we can start making choices that are truly aligned with what we value, not just what we think we should value.
It's about defining, what does wealth actually mean to me? Not to my neighbor, not to some influencer I follow online, but to me.
Now you're getting it. And that's such a key takeaway from this book.
It's like figuring out what truly matters to you financially speaking, because it's different for everyone, right? Like for one person, wealth might mean, I don't know, early retirement, traveling the world. For someone else, it might be about having the financial security to like pursue their passions without worrying about, making ends meet.
Exactly. It's not one size fits all. It's
Yeah.
about aligning your financial goals with your values, your
Yeah.
priorities. And that's something Housel really emphasizes in this book.
And in your review, you actually mentioned how much you enjoyed his writing style, how approachable it was, even if finance isn't like your typical go-to genre.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes this book so great. He's got this knack for taking these complex financial concepts and explaining them in a way that's like relatable and even entertaining. He uses a lot of stories and anecdotes, so it doesn't feel like you're reading a textbook.
That's awesome. Like he's making finance, dare I say, fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not fun for everyone, but definitely engaging.
Okay, fair enough. So before we wrap things up, there's one more thing I wanted to touch on that you hinted at in your review. This whole idea of luck versus skill when it comes to financial success, because it's something a lot of people debate, right? Like how much is about making smart choices and how much is just like being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and Housel doesn't shy away from that at all. In fact, he acknowledges that luck plays a huge role in all of our lives, including our finances. Some people are, born into privilege, others get lucky breaks, and some people face unexpected challenges that are totally out of their control. But here's the thing. While we can't control the hand we're dealt, we can control how we play it.
So it's not about denying the role of luck, but it's more about focusing on what we can control.
Exactly. And I think that's a really empowering message. It means that even if we haven't always made the best financial decisions in the past, we still have the power to change course, to make smarter choices going forward.
I love that. Okay, so for someone listening who's like, all right, I'm sold. I need to check out this book and like really dive into this whole psychology of money thing. What's one final thought-provoking question they should ask themselves as they start this journey?
Ooh, I like that. Okay, how about this? If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of financial advice, knowing what you know now about the psychology of money, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to ponder that myself. Well, this has been such a great conversation. Thanks so much for joining me to unpack the psychology of money.
My pleasure. It's been fun.
And of course, a huge thank you to the awesome listener who sent in this book review. You know who you are. We love hearing from you all. All right, until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and remember, true wealth starts with understanding yourself.